E aí pessoal, bem-vindos a mais um vídeo aqui do canal de Genshin Impact. E a gente vai terminar o evento hoje, senão não dá certo. Falta só 16 horas pra acabar, cara, só 16 horas. Vamos terminar o evento nesse vídeo ou pelo menos o segundo capítulo. Senão eu vou ter que gravar outro vídeo só pra parte do terceiro capítulo, que é um jantar com a Rutal, aparentemente. E eu vou gravar também,
monte de outras pessoas
pelo
também,
menos uma das gameplays dos minigames. Tipo, eu vou gravar, tipo, a Yao Yao. Eu gravei como é que é o minigame e tal. Aí cada um eu vou gravar pelo menos um trechozinho do minigame, essas coisas. Aí o resto eu faço em off mesmo, só pra eu conseguir a recompensa, que é um personagem 4 estrelas de Liu. Então vamos lá, que a gente tá chegando, ó. 16 metros, 15 metros. Cadê? Pera aí, que diabo é isso? Ah, não tem um arqueiro aqui. Tá aqui. Chegando.
Tipo assim, tu não tem os personagens 4 estrelas de Liu, né? Que tem lá.
Não, eu não tenho uma...
Yao Yao, é a única que tu não tem, não.
Pois é, eu quero a Yao Yao. Se eu não consigo no banner, eu preciso dela lá.
Eu consegui de primeiro giro. Girei na hora que trocou o banner e consegui a Yao Yao.
Por que tu não trouxe aqui? Tu vai jogar ela no Rio? Vai jogar ela no Rio? Eu não tenho certeza.
Acho que vai passar alguma cutscene.
Deusa da poeira, nunca ouvi falar.
Ah, deusa da poeira.
Eu nunca ouvi falar. Que deusa é essa? Apareceu na história? É isso que eu tô perguntando.
Aparentemente, a deusa da poeira é a deusa da poeira.
Que bosta! Eu não sabia dessa história, não. Quem é ela?
Ela falou o nome.
Não.
É difícil pronunciar.
Ela falou... Ah, é daquela cutscene, aquela menininha lá.
Sim, é da cutscene.
Ela é a deusa da poeira? Ué, ela morreu no negócio do 7.
Yes.
Vale, Jesus. Ela era... Eu chipava ela com os Zongli.
Caramba.
Eles pareciam tão amiguinhos naquela cutscenezinha.
Eu acho que vai passar
Acho que
já.
vai passar já a cutscenezinha.
Mano, é porque eu já fiz, aí por isso tu sabe que tem uma cutscene.
Sim, mas tá.
Não sabe como é a cutscene.
Não, eu sei, eu assisti.
sabe?
Eu assisti por causa que eu vi no Instagram todo mundo postando clipes, essas coisas, aí eu sei.
Aí é triste.
Aparece até a véia.
A véia?
A véia.
A véia.
A Adeptus, a véia.
Eu sei. Mas é triste pegar spoiler, ó.
Não, não é triste não, eu achei bonitinha a animação.
Sim, mas tu pegou spoiler da história. Vai, continua.
Mas se o...
Tá, se foca na história.
Mas o Gui postou, o que eu posso fazer?
Ah.
Eu sigo ele no YouTube.
Agora se foca na história.
Não, pois é, eu não li nada.
Tá,
eu
só deixando a
eu
história
tô só
rolar.
discutindo aqui, velho.
Discussão.
Não, ela se acha superior, entendeu? Não tem jeito.
Essa é redentora na nuvem, se você olhar ela de frente, ela é engraçada.
Pior, né? Pior. A cara chatada. Que tipo de bobagens?
No kind of nonsense were we spared. Sometimes she would brazenly opine, "Ah, why argue between yourselves when neither of you could ever hope to beat me?" Other times she would make unsolicited. She always sought to make everyone happy.
Ei, sabia que no churrasco...
Quite the gift for it.
Ei,
No matter what
reitora da
nonsense
nuvem,
she
sabia que no
said,
churrasco
one
eu
never
queimo
felt
galinha?
bothered or offended.
Ela não é uma galinha.
Ela não
It
é uma
also
galinha?
helped that she never referred to one as that illuminated bird
O que ela é
or
mesmo?
ladybird.
Uma ave. É por isso que eu falei da galinha.
Mas ela não é uma galinha.
É um cisne.
Talvez. Sei lá o que
Não, não é um
for.
cisne.
Just
É um
as
ganso.
our
É um ganso.
passionate
É um
arguments
ganso.
would reach the apex of acrimony, Marchosius would bring this
A gente fica
delectable dish to
discutindo outras coisas, ao invés de eu falar da história, eu leio o que tá falando. Mano.
Sim, basicamente ela tá contando a história lá das mecânicas, que era a deusa da poeira e uma doidinha lá, que elas viviam competindo pra fazer algo melhor uma que a outra, né? Aí vivia brigando, aí quando parava de brigar, ela, os outros deuses chamam elas pra um churrasco, é isso.
Back then,
Caramba.
Foi o que eu
one
entendi,
was
mas acho que não é
always
isso.
bothered by how the cups Rex Lapis brought
Churrasco bom.
were always too square
Trilha de
for one's
controle
taste.
remoto.
Can you
Isso
see
me
yourself
parece
ever
mesmo
enjoying a
chato.
drink from a precisely?
Ei, pulei ela.
So, as you can see, even one as great as Rex Lapis
Por que não
was
pular?
not immune to making the occasional
Como é
blunder.
que fala o nome dela?
Even one could never find fault with Marchosius's cooking. As we ate,
Sabe esse
Guizhong
nome
would continue to find
Kizuyu?
topics for conversation,
Kizong?
filling the
Kizong?
table with humor
Kizong?
and laughter.
Não parece um nome feminino, mas é o nome da
Each
menina.
of those old fossils
Deus da
had their
poeira.
character
Nome
flaws
feio.
and points of
Nome
obstinacy.
feio.
Só me
So
lembra de
why
zumbi.
was it
Pois
that
é.
whenever we dined together,
Tudo por mais perfeito,
always
não
had a
entende?
marvelous time?
Mas ela morreu.
Spot up in the mountains until the moon set and the sun
Agora vai
rose,
ter que cortar.
and only then would the banquet finally come to an end.
Agora tem que colocar essa calça.
Streetwood Rambler would often remain to admire the
Não, vou
flowers
ter
with
que-
Guizhong.
Eu vou ter que botar o
Returning
pi.
to her own abode.
Não, tá indo do nada.
Glazes were far more abundant back then. Entire fields of them would appear to the eye as a very busy
Calcinhas!
Oxi.
Thaís, esse vídeo tá muito doido.
Colocar
Tá bom,
calcinha!
cala a
You
boca.
probably know her as Madam Pink.
Colocar
Já
calcinha!
chega, Tayane.
Tayane, eu disse pra tu ir lá pra sala. Vai lá pra sala, vai.
But didn't we come here to find that adeptus from Mr. Dvorak's
Desculpem,
story?
gente, é minha irmãzinha.
Or are you saying that it was Guizhong? Didn't
Thaís, vai
she,
lá pra sala. Thaís,
Felipe,
já
tá
disse.
bom, ela vai ficar quieta agora.
Alas, long has one avoided this place for precisely that reason. The sights here are a reminder of a time long gone.
A mamãe vai tomar
Of much
banho.
sorrow.
Eu dou tentando falar com a Thaís.
One should have
Isa,
guessed that you would
mamãe foi
disrupt
pro
one's
vento
poignant moment
e
of
eu tô
mourning with your
sozinha lá.
incessant questioning.
Pois vai lá abraçar ela, que é o beijinho.
Eu já
No
vou
matter,
ser
one
lá.
will share the whole story
Depois
with
eu vou,
you
tô
now.
gravando. Eu tô gravando.
Pausa o vídeo, pausa o vídeo.
In times gone by, one quarreled oft with Guizhong concerning mechanical principles. We each had our ideals, and neither would yield.
Ai, ai, ai.
Under the pretext of a social
Ora,
gathering,
caralho, assiste.
one invited the impartial Rex Lapis
Ai,
to
ai,
judge
ai.
of our creations.
Ai, ai,
Para,
ai.
Tayane.
Ai, ai, ai.
Como é o cinema.
Guizhong was superior.
Ó, tá vendo? Ela e o Zhongli direto junto. Não dá.
In one's heart, one knew that Guizhong was indeed the superior talent in the mechanical arts. As
Por
for
que ela
the
era a
story
deusa da
between
poeira e fazia minha
Guizhong
chuva?
and
Chupa,
Streetwood
chupa,
Rambler,
chupa, chupa,
that
chupa,
begins
chupa.
with a certain bell. In Guizhong's opinion, while mechanisms were no substitute for human composers, they were yet capable of producing simple but fine melodies. But Streetwood Rambler believed music to be an expression of the soul, an emotional enterprise that could never hope to be replicated by
Essa daqui é a
machinery.
deusa da água, alguma coisa assim?
They argued endlessly.
Porque ela tem poderes de água, a outra tem poder de areia, né? Poeira.
The bell and designated it for ceremonial use. Thereafter, one would often find them convening in the mountains, discussing
Tayane.
music, mechanics, and all the affairs of the mortal world. But these good times were not to last. War broke out between the gods, and soon engulfed the Guili plains. Guizhong was overpowered by the enemy, and fell in battle.
Tayane.
Streetwood
Ó,
Rambler and I
vocês já não
arrived at the
saem.
scene at long last. All that remained among the ruins was her lifeless body. After this, at Streetwood Rambler's request, Rex Lapis granted her the cleansing bell for safekeeping. To honor our friend's memory, one made a few finishing touches to her ballistic device. Many lantern rites have passed since then. Many greetings and goodbyes.
Que lindo, cara.
Upon what do you gaze? The Guili Plains?
No. It's everything. We think of human life as like a lantern that's lit one minute and extinguished the next. But are we adepti so different? Perhaps as dust settles after a storm, we too must one day return to the world below.
One has always been austere and
Emocionante.
nature, and has never relished socializing. One's dealings with Guizhong were born out of discussions on the discipline of mechanics.
What? You have loads of friends, and you seem pretty chatty.
Just because one is not ignorant of social graces does not
É
mean one
muita
is
criança
fond of them.
gritando lá fora,
One is
Maria.
perfectly capable
Hoje tá
of
um dia
partaking
muito-
in conversation despite
muito
being
doido.
introverted. But in the end, one is nothing like Streetward Rambler. She is dauntless but thoughtful, not to mention eloquent and wise. Moreover, her friendship with Guizhong was far greater than
Não
one's own.
entendi ainda onde ela quer chegar com isso.
Back when they were rivals, they would often compete against one another in the realm of musical composition. That cleansing bell was one of Guizhong's proudest
Ah, as
works.
duas competiam pra
The
ser
ability to both compose and perform.
a deusa da composição da música,
That's
né?
weird.
Deusa
Didn't
da
Mother Pink
poeira.
say
Mas o
she
que a
pestered an old
poeira
friend
tem a
for that
ver, né?
bell?
O que poeira tem a ver com música?
And she also said
Água
something
também
about
não tem
being
nada a
a
ver.
vain beauty when she was young.
Só a parte da correnteza, o ritmo da água, essas coisas. Que dá assim uma combinação, água com música. Mas, né?
That bell has a
A
sad
pobrezinha
history.
da Kizugi,
Clearly, she refrained
Kizugi,
from
sei lá,
sharing
o
with you
nome
the truth
diferente
of
aí.
its origins.
Morreu,
The right time had
né?
not
Ela virou
come.
pedra.
As for her old friend,
Velho amigo dela.
who else could it be?
Zongli.
As soon as Streetward Rambler heard that a certain Zhang Li wished to borrow the bell, she realized that the man was none other than Rex Lapis, and that he had made an enormous decision. After all, we all have known each other for several millennia. Some things between us are implicitly understood.
Whoa! So they were talking in secret code? Oh, Paimon did not see that one coming.
Enough of your intrusions. Where was one up to? Ah, yes. One remembers now.
Ela não gosta da Paimon nem um pouco,
The
né? Ela
cleansing
quer porque
bell
quer
is
implicar com a
powered by a
pobre da
mechanical
Paimon.
heart, and can be used
Eu
to
sei.
great
A
effect as
Paimon
an
é um pouco
accompanying instrument.
insuportável às vezes. Mas ela é um
After the
amor,
passing
gente.
of its creator,
Ela é linda, ela é
was used
fofinha,
on
entendeu?
numerous
Vamos
occasions
tentar
during
menos
rites of
ódio
parting.
jogado para a querida da Paimon.
But Streetward Rambler did not acquire it from Rex Lapis for the purpose of producing
Ódio
further
gratuito
funerary
aí, gente.
tunes.
Coisa horrível.
No. Each time she rang it, it was to play the tune that Guizhong composed on it. The two once clashed over their beliefs about the meaning of music. Who would have thought that with Guizhong's passing and Streetward Rambler's mourning, two tunes composed in discord would eventually become one harmonious composition? Once upon a time, Streetward Rambler also loved gatherings, liquor, and music. But after Guizhong passed, she preferred her own company. She could often be found sitting alone at a mountain summit. Music would go from mournful to soothing to impassioned. Many years passed before she finally composed a melody to her satisfaction. In celebration, she played the tune to the clouds. Regrettably, one has only ever heard her play that tune once. Which brings one back to the matter you've been investigating. Perhaps it was during that performance that the ancestor of your Fontaine friend fell into the water and was saved by Streetward Rambler.
But if she was so happy with the melody, why would she only play it once?
Então, né?
One was also greatly perplexed by this. After suppressing one's curiosity for a long while, one finally approached her and asked why she would retire the tune after having spent so long on it.
A pessoa
In
simplesmente
response, she
desistiu.
said, "Though the strings that played that melody survive, the one who inspired it is gone.
Ah,
Tell me, Cloud
poxa.
Retainer, when the one attuned to
Ela
my soul is no
tocou só uma
longer
vez
here,
porque
who else could hope to
não tinha a
understand
pessoa
this tune?"
que ela tinha composto, né?
Madam Ping.
Pois é.
I just remember being taken care of by you when I was young. Once the Archon War came to an end, I stayed behind in Liyue Harbor to honor my contract.
Pessoa que
Although I
era pra
met Guizhong a
escutar
few
não
times,
existia mais, então
I never knew anything of this particular
ela achou que
story.
não valia a pena. Que ela tinha feito justamente o que
Guizhong
fez.
was quite the visionary,
Triste.
but tragically passed before her time. Her manuscripts still lie unfinished in the realm of clouds. Blank pages give one cause for contemplation on what might have been. Had you not decided to search for that mystery adeptus, perhaps these stories too would have been lost to the sands of time. As of now, you know the truth. That the adeptus who rescued the drowning man was none other than Streetwood Rambler.
Então, ele tava
Do you
debaixo
intend
do
to
nosso
discuss
nariz
this
o
with her?
tempo todo. Mano, assim,
Do you mean Ping might find the topic too distressing?
Precisely. The passing of our old friend is a heavy topic that both of us are usually careful to avoid.
né? O cara, eu não sei o que o cara quer fazer.
If
Acho que ele
I
quer
may be so
agradecer por
bold,
ter salvado seu
Cloud Retainer,
antepassado.
could it be that this is just your own personal opinion?
Eu acho que os deuses já sentem
How so?
que a gratidão, essas coisas, né?
I've
Tanto que
been in
eles
Liyue
sentem
Harbor
os
for quite a long time
desejos,
now,
essas coisas,
and I've witnessed many
pra poder
farewells
dar a
along the
visão.
way.
Então,
So I too am well acquainted with the pain of the passing of a loved one.
eu não falaria nada.
But this doesn't bring the city or its people to a standstill. They have to keep moving forward. Someone as perceptive and wise as Ping will surely have come to understand and embrace this. Though these immortal mountains have lost an adeptus, the harbor of mortals has gained a wise elder. No loss can ever be undone, but there is always much that can still be gained. Ping has helped countless people, and will guide many others in the years to come. And all to whom she extends a helping hand become her friends. People she can admire flowers and discuss music with. Though it is heartbreaking to lose a kindred spirit, life goes on. Because there are
Life
new
goes
friends
on.
waiting for you further down the road.
I can let go with the forest that... Não vou cantar não, eu tô cantando tudo errado.
We even asked Madam Ping what she thought about adding a music festival to this year's lantern rite. When we get back, why don't we just ask her if she'd like to perform? Maybe we can
Gonna be
even get her up
chance.
on stage.
You youngsters and your imaginations.
Why don't you come with us? It's been a long time since you last spoke with Ping. And Liyue Harbor is always decorated so beautifully during the festival
Vem,
period.
vem.
Is not every lantern
Vê as
rite the same in
coisas.
this regard? Were there ever anything new to discuss? One in pink could mean any day of the year.
Sim,
I
é
disagree.
só porque ela não vai atrás de
Each new
tudo,
day
tu não
and
vai
each
atrás
new
dela,
year
já é
is
isso.
different from those that have come before. How long will you simply let them pass you by?
The edibles she brought this time were indeed quite delectable. Very well. Then one will be off. If the other old fossils have sneaked away into the city to amuse themselves, one shall soon find out.
O que ela fala em rima?
We should be getting back to the harbor as well. We don't want to keep her
Nem sei se foi
waiting.
em rima. Mas foi...
Once the Guili assembly,
Como pode
now the
dizer?
Guili plains.
Não sei.
Say, if we planted flowers there and cared for them carefully enough, do you think that one day we'd be able to recreate the sea of glaze lilies?
Allow
Sim,
one
mas-
to take back one's praise from a moment prior. You are still far too given to flights of fancy, child.
Ela veio zoar com a cara dela, meu Deus. Não dá, tá vendo? Não tem como, Ganyu.
Cloud Retainer? You...
One observed that you were making no effort to leave, and returned to chasten and hasten you. This time, one is departing in earnest.
Veio julgar a Ganyu só por sonhar em criar aqui o mar de vidro de novo aqui, né? De lírios de vidro. Não seria totalmente impossível, mas demoraria muito tempo. Que, né? Cuidar de várias plantas. Quem aqui vinha aqui cuidar? Porque o pobre das plantas não consegue ficar sozinha. I can let go in the forest. Vamos lá. Falar com Madame Ping. Acho que aqui não é longe, né? Dá pra gente voar, né? Planando lá. Chega bem em cima, não precisa subir aquela escada. Então, vamos lá. Ali embaixo, ó. As árvores lindas aqui de cima, né, gente? Olha ali. Parece um monte de pisca-pisca. 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 Bule de relaxa. É engraçado que a gente ganhou um bule de relaxa pra ter onde morar essas coisas, né? E quem disse que eu vivo entrando num bule de relaxa? Eu não entro, eu acabo esquecendo da existência dele.
Whoa!
Chegando.
Madam Ping and Cloud Retainer?
It appears you made haste after all. One arrived but moments before you.
Sim, claro, tu sabe voar.
Oh, bless my soul. To what do I owe the honor? How nice of you all to come and visit me.
Miss Illuminated Bird, haven't you said anything yet?
Said what, precisely? And why should one be tasked with saying it?
Olha só.
Because you're the one who's known Madam Ping the longest.
Bem feito.
Street word. Or rather, presumably, you would prefer to be addressed as Ping?
Oh, Cloud Retainer, you are uncommonly polite today.
Given that Lantern Rite is almost upon us, the weather in the city is most pleasant, and a sweet floral fragrance lingers in the air. Ganyu, please continue from here.
Covarde.
So, this all started because we were trying to help Mr. Dvorak find the Adeptus who saved his...
Pronto. Ganyu acabou fazendo tudo pela mentora
Cloud
dela.
Retainer informed us
A
that the
mentora
one
dela
who
não
played
consegue
that
falar
melody and rescued the
palavras.
drowning man was none other than yourself.
Let me think. Yes. What a long time ago that was. I'm surprised that you still remember it. Even more astonishing, perhaps, is the fact that this story has survived this long at all, when mortal lives are so very brief. It appears that she has proven herself right once again.
Who's she?
We like to call her Guizhong. From the look in Cloud Retainer's eyes, I sense that she has already told you all about her.
Albeit reluctantly, one might add.
There is no harm done.
E ela com medo.
After all, Lantern Rite's very purpose is to commemorate the heroes
Pois é,
who
estamos
gave their
comemorando
lives for
a heroína
Noite.
que a senhora é.
Although
Coisa
Guizhong did
linda.
not live to see the splendid sights of today, she was as much a hero as any other.
So, how has she proven herself right again exactly?
Once upon a time, she said to me that humans were a weak form of life that she wished to protect with her wisdom. But as she interacted more and more with them, her opinions on them began to change. She marveled at the beautiful complexity of their spirits, the sheer splendor of all they could accomplish through their hard work and
Humano é
intelligence.
bicho
She told us that to
curioso.
underestimate human potential would be to make a grave mistake. With the smallest amount of guidance, enormous power can be
Tá olhando pra
unleashed
mim
in
por quê?
them, and a human who has
Eu não
reached
sou
their full
humano.
potential may well
dizer, eu
be
não sou
her
humano.
equal. Someone who could have as much to teach an adeptus.
She always had a way with words. That her mechanical accomplishments were judged superior to one's own was, one suspects, in large part due to her sheer eloquence.
Speaking of mechanics, Cloud Retainer, do you still remember that potted plant mechanism? The one that the two of you gave me as a gift?
Of course. Guizhong and one both put an immense amount of effort into that gift. It would be no overstatement to call it a testament to each of our individual technical genius.
Oh, que lindo.
As Guizhong once said, it takes every blade of
É
grass
necessário cada
and
folha de
every
grama, cada
flower
flor
to
para
make
fazer
a
uma terra
homeland.
natal. Que lindo.
When I see the sight of Liyue Harbor before us today,
Só isso que eu tenho a dizer.
I am reminded of this.
Madam Ping looks very emotional right now.
Bem, ela passou por muita coisa na época dela.
Of all of us, it was Guizhong who was the fondest of these grand and exciting occasions. If she were still with us, I'm quite sure she would still be trying to best Cloud Retainer's finest works at every opportunity.
Liyue Harbor is always filled with the sound of music at this time of the year. If she were here, one is certain that she would seek you out to discuss and debate the virtues of various melodies.
Oh, yeah! Music!
Music.
We've been dying to ask. What was the melody that you played back then? Oh, also, with you being such a music expert and all, why don't you join the concert as a performer?
I can make arrangements right away.
Oh, as much as I don't wish to dampen your enthusiasm, it's been a long time since I played this zither. My fingers don't have the dexterity they once did.
Ah,
And whenever I play that tune, it always reminds me of her. There was a period of time whenever I started strumming, it almost felt like she was back again. Sitting right there on the stone stool next to me, chatting away. Skybracer and Seagazer
eu
too,
aposto que a música continuaria
looking
linda
just
mesmo
like they
assim.
did in the old days. No matter how much time goes by, the moment that melody starts playing, it transports me right back to that time in my memory.
So the past still weighs heavily on your heart?
Well, I would be lying to myself if I claimed to have completely moved on. But that is not to say that grief doesn't get easier with time. Despite the sadness, I have found many things that bring me joy in life. It is simply the nature of the world in which we live that even if one wished to mourn for an eternity, it would be a nigh impossible feat. Just look at this potted plant. Isn't it stunning?
It takes an honest and open mind to confront and conquer grief. You have indeed made progress.
Be that as it may, I shall leave the lantern rite stage to the youth of today.
Tá bom, mas eu ia querer que a
you're
senhora
sure.
tocasse pra gente.
Granny!
E véi?
What's everyone doing here?
Quanto tempo,
Did something
moça?
bad happen?
Ah, and now we've spooked Yanfei. No. Everyone's just here to give me their regards for the holiday.
Oh, that's wonderful. I'm glad. Well, in that case, happy Lantern Rite, everyone.
Feliz Ritual das Lanternas, Yanfei.
Happy Lantern Rite. Oh, I just remembered that I have some, work to do at your Pavilion that I need to discuss with Yenfei. I will leave Mr. Dvorak in your capable hands. Cloud Retainer, Ping, we will be off for now.
Huh? Does it have to be right now? Which case is this again? Hey, Ganyu!
It seems Ganyu still has much to learn when it comes to the
Ganyu
art of
não consegue
deception.
enganar ninguém.
What a pity. She has learned nothing of one's ability to carry a conversation.
Eu também não sei conduzir uma conversa, cara.
Since it's been so long, Cloud Retainer, why don't you stay? I'll make a cup of tea and we can chat a while.
É um inseto aqui.
Gladly. This was one's
Gente, tá um
intention as
calor.
well.
Maria.
When you next see the Fontaine musician, please give him my regards. I'd like to wish him the very best with the concert.
You got it, Madam Ping.
Thank
Pode
you
deixar,
all.
pode deixar.
I think you've listened to enough of my nattering for one day. As for that melody, I will play it for you all another time.
Ah,
Goodness
é?
knows I need to practice it first.
Tá bom, no seu tempo.
Wow, that'd be great. We'll look forward to it.
When that time comes, wherever her spirit may be among the countless grains of sand and specks of dust between the harbor and the mountains, perhaps she will look at the Liyue of today and steal a smile when she sees the prosperous land that it has become.
All right, let's go tell Mr. Dvorak the news.
Vamos só falar com o Dvorak e vamos terminar o vídeo, porque eu não sei quanto tempo tem, eu acho que já tá quase na hora, assim, de meia hora, essas coisas, pra o vídeo não ficar muito longo, porque vocês vão assistir, assim, o evento em pedacinhos, que é mais, assim, ao meu ver, é menos cansativo do que assistir um vídeo de 1 hora, essas coisas, porque tem como a gente dar uns editzinhos, fazer umas coisas engraçadas, apesar de que aqui o segundo vídeo eu não falei muito, né, é porque eu me concentrei demais, gente, desculpa, porque eu tenho uma péssima habilidade com conversa, essas coisas, mas eu tô melhorando a cada dia. Espero que vocês gostem dos meus vídeos. E não me diga que a King passou a noite, o dia todinho aqui na frente. Ela tá no mesmo ponto que a gente deixou ela a última vez.
Mr. Dvorak! Ah, and Kuchin's here too. Thanks for helping set all of this up.
Eu quero ver o
Welcome
show,
back.
gente. Eu tô até
Did
agora
everything go well?
esperando.
Really well. We found the person Mr. Dvorak was looking for.
Are you serious?
A gente contou. Senhorita Fada, na verdade não é uma fada, é um adeptus.
I see. So the melody my ancestor heard was an adeptus remembering her late friend? That
Yes.
certainly explains why it was such a powerful and poignant tune.
Huh. That's a really interesting first reaction. Guess that comes with having a musical mind.
I have to say, though, it's hard to believe that the fairy from the tale is now an elderly granny.
Senhora
Oh,
idosa.
Paimon knows exactly what you mean.
Ei, cara, ela tem milhões de
Don't
anos.
age at all. But Streetward Rambler, or Madam Ping as we know her, probably only became old
Não sei,
because
acho que
it's
tem,
what
porque
she
é um
wanted
adeptus,
for
né?
herself.
Adeptus tem mais vida.
Madam Ping possesses vast knowledge and
São
great
quase
wisdom.
semideus, né?
Whatever physical form she may decide to take, her mind and wits are as sharp as they come.
Os semideus é outra
Kuchin
coisa.
summed it up perfectly. That's exactly what Paimon was trying to say.
I think... yes. I must thank her in person. That can wait until after the concert, though. For now, I need to devote all my emotional energy to the performance.
Ah, speaking of, Madam Ping wishes you all the best with the music festival. Paimon has a sneaking suspicion that she'll stay in her usual spot, but listen...
Wait, are you serious? Oh no, now I'm starting to get nervous. Okay, alright.
É.
Nope,
Faça-
another rehearsal is in order.
Ah.
Please excuse me, everyone.
Por que a gente foi falar? Agora ele tá nervoso porque ele
Dvorak!
quer mostrar o potencial dele para a pessoa que ele
Paimon wasn't
admira,
even finished
né?
telling him everything.
A história do antepassado
Before
dele,
we
né?
set
Aquela
off on our
mulher
search
que
with Ganyu,
salvou a
he asked
vida.
us about what music means to people. After our recent adventure, Paimon thinks we have a lot more to say about that now.
Please, share your insights with me.
Tá bom.
Well, we found out that music can be used for
Yes.
good, but also for bad.
Isso é problemático.
It can make people happy and moved, but it can also be sad and bittersweet.
Sim.
And music is like a kind of memory written in people's hearts. It can put you in touch with feelings from a totally different time and place.
É bem isso, mas também não há mais do que apenas isso. Peraí, não. É bem isso, mas também há mais do que apenas isso. A música é muito
It
mais.
sounds like you had an eventful trip. Don't worry, I'm sure Ganyu will
Descobrimos
fill me
muitas
in on
coisas,
all the
aprendemos
details
muitas
shortly.
coisas, que King
Wait, does that
foi
mean
uma
you're gonna
aventura
carry on working?
espetacular. Agora eu quero ver o show, licença.
Just a few things to wrap up. All the groundwork is done.
Ah,
As long as everyone enjoys the festival activities, all our efforts are worthwhile.
feliz Ritual das Lanternas pra você também, Kikinho.
Happy Lantern Rite to you as well.
That should be everything taken care of, right? Oh,
Não,
Paimon
eu
feels
tô
like she's
ansiosa,
forgetting
cara.
something.
Por que eu tô ansiosa?
What was it? Oh, it feels like it was a while ago. Shoot! Latent... Wait, no. Anyway,
Nossa, agora que a gente foi lembrar da quest do Zhongli. Meu Deus.
Zhongli said he wasn't in a hurry, so if we went
O
down,
tanto tempo que a gente
there's
esperou
probably still
dias.
time, right?
Coitado.
Anyway, even if we don't make it,
Gente,
it's not
esqueceu de
our
ajudar um
fault.
cara
We
com a
could
comida
have totally
dele.
picked him, but...
Tomara que ele não esteja morrendo de fome,
let's
alguma
go
coisa
check
assim.
with him
Acho
at
que não.
Wangcheng Funeral Parlor.
Acho que esse tempo todo ele deve ter aprendido alguma forma de se virar por aqui. Coitado, gente, vamos lá pra funerária. Então, eu acho que tá na hora de terminar o vídeo. Vamos parar aqui na funerária, que aí eu acho que talvez a gente já parta pro próximo capítulo, no próximo episódio. Talvez. Que eu acho que já tem uns 40 minutos já esse vídeo. Tá aqui. Chegando, gente. Hoje, Arrutal. Meu Deus, Arrutal. Seguinte, galera. Vou terminando o vídeo por aqui. Espero que você tenha gostado. Se gostou, deixe seu like. E se quer o próximo vídeo, deixa aí nos comentários. Que a gente vai ver finalmente Arrutal no evento. Tchau!